We're here. Okay. Welcome to Adam Does Movies Live. I have these on already. I'm already ahead of myself. Oh, God, my eyes are just perfect these days. They're getting worse by the hour. Things are getting really blurry. I am nearsighted, I found out. I have good vision from afar. I'm Aladdin from Jafar, but up close, it's a nightmare. Anyway, I have glasses on the way, actual prescription lenses. You know what? I might as well just keep these on. It's miserable without. Hey, should I go like this, like an old man? You can check out the comments here. A lot of stuff on the channel this week. It's quite incredible how many movies I've reviewed. I'm going to tell you the movies that I reviewed this week and the videos I put out, and I want you to tell me if you know of another movie critic that puts out as many reviews as I do in a week and covers as many movies. That's really the testament. So Nobody 2 reviewed that earlier. I don't know if it was on Saturday or Sunday. Every day is the same to me at this point. Bob Odenkirk returns. You can check that review out. But I can give you the quick story. I thought it was all right. Thought it was pretty good. An unnecessary sequel, but a fine one. I also reviewed a movie that 3 people have heard of, Americana, with that girl from the Jeans commercials, Sydney Sweeney. Halsey's in it, and she's actually the main character. They don't really show her much at all in the trailer, but she's the main character. And I was surprised by her performance, to be honest with you. What else did I do this week, guys? I put out a video. This is embarrassing for me. I'm gonna tell it to you straight. Neja 2 was a massive hit in China. It made over $2 billion. I drove 3 hours to North Carolina to review it, and then 3 hours back home. So 6 hours to review a movie, and it did very well for the channel. Grew a couple hundred subscribers overnight. Video did very well. So I figured, hey, I got this Netflix partnership where I have to promote the Wednesday podcast. Probably only take 1 or 2 videos to get the 20,000 mandatory views that they would like from me. And so I thought I'll do a Naja 2. Top 3 reasons to go see it because I loved the movie, and it's going to theaters this weekend. It comes out, I think, on Friday in America, Canada, and some other places that didn't really get it before. And oh my God, did it perform like ass on the channel. I was so confident it would do good numbers with the China bump. I told them, like, probably get 20,000 just out of this one video. So maybe I'll throw the ad on the Alien Episode 3 recap, but I'm pretty confident this will be good. It didn't even get 2,000 views. It's ranked 10 out of my last 10 videos as far as views go. So I hope you like the Wednesday promo. You're probably going to see it in the next 5 or 6 videos. It's so sad. Oh, God. What do you do? You know, what do you do? If I could predict how to get a bunch of views, I would already be there. Was it today that I put out a review for Eden? I think it is. I think it is today that I put out a review for Eden. You can check that out. Movie surprised me. I had a really fun time with this one. It's kind of sound nasally. I had a really fun time with this one. Star-studded cast. Sweeney, the Jeans girl, is in this one as well. Ana de Armas, Smoke Show, lovely, great acting. Vanessa Kirby and Jude Law's naked penis is in this as well. I forgot to mention that in the review, but that's there on full display. And just mere minutes ago, some say a couple hours ago, they come to me with tears in their eyes. They say, Adam, thank you, sir. They always call me sir. Thank you for covering Alien Earth Episode 3 in a recap video. And you'll notice if you watch the other 2, I went above and beyond, and I actually combed the entire episode and put in a bunch of clips for your enjoyment. We'll see if that makes a difference as far as the watch time engagement goes. I go the extra mile to see if it makes a difference. Last and certainly not least, there are 2 dose lives this week. Before I get ahead of my skis, I want to let you know, some of you are asking, why the fuck is this live on Wednesday and not Tuesday nights? It's supposed to be Tuesday nights. going forward, and I know I set the precedence that it should be Tuesdays, we have to switch to Wednesdays. So 8:30 p.m. or 8:35, whenever I jump on, that's the new norm. And you can thank my son, Connor. Connor really screwed the pooch. His soccer practices are from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., which puts me home around 8:45, 8:50. Scrambling to get on a live at 9 would even be a little bit too much to ask. So I decided in my infinite wisdom to move it to Wednesday. And I hope that's okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, for the time being, it's Wednesday nights. Finally, the second live of the week is going to the top 5. I know it doesn't say it in the thumbnails, but I'm going to be joined by two gentlemen. I think it's James and Anthony. I'm pretty sure they're twin brothers. They're from Raiders of the Lost podcast. I got hooked up with them by my agent. We have the same agent. And so we're doing the whole synergy thing where we're jumping on each other's shows. I watched some of their recent episode. They cover a lot of movie news live, and they're bigger on Spotify, but they have a YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe to Raiders of the Lost podcast because I'm going to be on their show. We're recording it on Sunday morning. I don't actually know when the episode will go out, but I'm going to be on their episode as well, their podcast. And they're both very funny. They kind of look like me, and they're twins, and they wear glasses. So I'm going to make sure to wear my glasses the whole time. So it's essentially a triplet situation. And you're going to have to kind of really zoom in to figure out who's who. Is that Adam? Is that James? Is that Anthony? I hope I got their names right. I'm just going to assume I did. And if I didn't, 1,000 apologies. If you do sub over there, please leave a comment and say that I sent you, because then that makes me feel good. And then they can say, oh, wow, Adam brought some of his crew over. That's nice. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it. Wait, is one of them in the chat, or are they I don't know. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is an AMA, ask me anything, hangout sort of a situation. Andy asks, do you pay us for subbing to them? Yeah, of course I do. I pay you with free videos on an almost daily basis on YouTube. I pay you through laughs, through smiles, through camaraderie. Ass. The name of the game over here is super chats. If you have some extra income, and even if you don't, that really doesn't matter to me. If you have any sort of money you can give my way, I would appreciate it. I have to go back to school shopping for the kids, so I'm poor. Can't wait to burn some extra cash on the kids. I could use some more shirts too. If you notice, I kind of wear the same 5 or 6 shirts, and it's not because those are my YouTube show shirts. Those are literally my shirts. That's all I have, and then a couple polos. From time to time, I'll wear those, and people will be like, "Whoa, what are we doing here, Preppy McGee? Really pulling out the polo, huh?" Oh my God, this is so bad. I need these on. Oof. Okay, let's get going. Dude, you legit got me wanting to get Factor. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope Factor is happy with my performance. Honestly, that was the easiest gig I've ever had. And no, my agent, if you're asking, did not get me that Factor deal. It was like a third party reached out on behalf of Factor. And so I humored it. I went in, and it was a decent payout. And all they wanted was a freaking 60-second short on YouTube, not even across my social media. Not that I'm big on TikTok or Instagram or really post there much, but I still found it like kind of bizarre. Really, this is all you wanted, is 60-second dedicated video? I also didn't know you could do dedicated ads on YouTube. I thought it had to be kind of like weaseled in, but no, they were like, yeah, it's just a Factor ad. That seemed like a pretty sweet deal for all parties. So yeah, that was it. Just a one and done for Factor, and their food is actually pretty good. I have used them before. I don't use them anymore, but I have used them because, again, the kids, they've ruined my life. Okay. Adam, sir, your agent should be paying you for the honor of being their client. I agree. I absolutely agree. I got to get my PayPal connected. Yeah, well, I'll wait. Right now, we're waiting for TM Martin to get her PayPal connected, and then we'll start. How long should I keep this thing going? Okay, we'll move on. Just watched Barbarian last night. It was bad, but at least all the hype it got led to a much better weapons. I preach into the choir. Oh my god. Why do I still do this? All right, folks, I have to run for a second. My battery is at 9% and I got the like danger notification from my Mac. So charger is upstairs. I'll be right back. It's probably in the library or somewhere. I don't know. I rented it. Hey, didn't hear you come in. It's just an absolute shit show. What has my life become? What has it become? Family's pissed at me, by the way. Hmm. Don't forget to do the super chat goal stuff. Oh, that's right. I have to do the super. What did we have? Did we have a specific goal in mind? Does anybody have any goals that they would like? Where is this asshole? We pay you in camaraderie. um, feel free to comment any sort of YouTube goals, super chat goals, and we'll try to make that happen. Anything you want to see me do on the channel. If you want to see a movie roast of anything, I haven't done a roast in a long time. I feel like that would be fun. Maybe you want me to run out and watch some movie that I probably wouldn't review normally. Trivia night. We could do some trivia. We could do some trivia. Anyway, my family's pissed at me, and it's really not fair. So every year, you know what? That would be a fun YouTube video. I should do that. 5 movies that I feel like I maybe didn't review the best. 5 of my worst reviews, or maybe 5 movies I was wrong about, sort of a thing. Oh Jesus. Go back. Where is it? There we go. I get some reviews a little bit wrong. And one such movie that I was soft on was The Monkey. It came out a year or two back. Stephen King book based off of. I didn't love it by any means. I think I gave it an okay review. I don't remember truly what I said, but I know I was more positive than negative. with the back half of that movie being pretty bad. That's one that I probably would say is worse than it is good. So I was maybe a little on the wrong side of it. The thing is, and this is my excuse that I'm going to use, there was a lot of fucking bad movies that came out around the time of The Monkey, and I felt like I was hating everything for a while. So I might have been softer on it because of that. I bring this up because my wife and son just watched the film and are pissed at me for recommending it. I didn't recommend it, keep in mind. They came to me, tears in their eyes, earlier today and said, "Sir, what should we watch?" And I told them, I'm sorry, I didn't even give them an option. They said, "How about The Monkey?" I said, that's all right. The second half's not very good. And then they said, "What about Death of a Unicorn?" And I said, "That one's better. Watch that one." Well, because I'm the father and husband, they didn't listen to me and they watched The Monkey. And apparently now they're doing a back-to-back because someone has to work in this family. And they're watching The Death of a Unicorn with Olivia, who's, I believe, already seen it with me. They might hate that one too. And then I guess 3 strikes, you're out sort of a thing, because I watched The Substance with my wife and she still isn't really talking to me because of it. Anyway, yeah, that one might be one that I was a little bit wrong on. I took care of him if Bubba didn't. I saw it. That's what threw me off for a second. Monkey was a 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. All right, let me catch up on questions because I don't even remember what I was talking about before I ran away. We do have one super chat from Vodka J Bulls for $2. Favorite cartoon baddie. Thank you, by the way, Vodka J Bulls. Just don't let the door hit you on the way out. 6.5 out of 10, I think is fair. Can you please leave? I'm trying to make money for this family so we can go to American Eagle tomorrow and get Sydney Sweeney jeans. Lindsay says The Monkey is a 0 out of 10. What is the spam going on here? Who is this clown? We got another. Oh, I didn't answer the other question because my wife rudely interrupted. Favorite cartoon baddie. My favorite is probably Scar from The Lion King. Love the pageantry, love the flamboyance, love the confidence. And he succeeded for many, many years at ruling Pride Rock and running the thing into the ground. Some say he's the best leader Pride Rock has ever had. You've never seen a leader as great as him before. He gives me shades of someone else. I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, he did a great job of kind of getting a cultish support behind him. Kind of had some Nazi adjacent vibes going on with the music. He really did it. I like Scar. I thought he was a great villain. One more super chat. Can't afford it for $19.99. Shot out of a cannon. My expectations are so low. I loved The Monkey. Hey, maybe I wasn't wrong. Maybe a tepid positive review is just what I was supposed to do. Maybe I've never made a mistake. Be Prepared is a banger. It's one of my favorite villain songs. It might be my favorite villain song, as a matter of fact. Jafar is a great answer too. Jafar is good. He played himself with the whole genie thing, though. What part of North Carolina did you see Naja or whatever it's called? I don't know what it's called. I say it like 8 different ways, and any video I make about it, I'm told 7 different corrections. So I'm not even sure they know how to say it in China where it was made. I don't know where I saw it. I saw it at the Regal, whatever the closest Regal is to the border of North Carolina on the South Carolina side. That's where I saw it. I think it was, oh God, not Charleston is South Carolina. What's the one that sounds like, oh, Charlottesville? I think I saw it in Charlotte. No, Charlotte. Is that a thing? Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, I think I saw it in Charlotte. I don't fucking know where it was. I seriously went on the Regal app. I Googled where I could find the damn movie. It was nowhere in South Carolina, and the quickest place was somewhere in North Carolina. I didn't stick around. I went to a gas station in North Carolina. I went to a Chipotle, and I went to the movie, and then I was ghost. That's all I know of the state. Oh yeah, we forgot we were gonna do Phoenician Scheme. I did not see that one yet. Jesus, this fucking. um, let me come up with a YouTube thing quick. 1 second. YouTube. Let me get a poll going for a milestone that we can hit. How do I find my live stream? There it is. Okay, what? Jesus Christ. Roger shot out of a fucking cannon before I even got to put the milestone in. Hits me with a $200 super chat. Thanks for the quality content. Always enjoy hearing your reviews. Go buy yourself a new shirt. That was very nice. Thank you. I think I might buy. I. I think I might buy my one of my own shirts from my merch store because I do not yet have any of my own merch. I should have put that in a thumbnail thing too. But my merch store is up on Fourth Wall, and it's got like infinite wisdom, strong female leads, and Adam Does Movies. And my wife said in her infinite wisdom that I should come up with some Halloween T-shirts. So I'm trying to noodle on a couple of those right now. But that was awesome. Thank you very much, Roger. I appreciate that. We got a Rumble comment. I still gave you upvote even after having to watch 2 commercials to watch your live stream. I love you, brother. Thank you, Cosmolly. Just to let you know, my man, if you're watching on Rumble, I don't control any of the shit show going on over there. You might get 5 ads, you might get 0. I truly don't know, but I don't control that stuff. That's entirely on them. Guys are all giving me the super chats before we have the milestone in. Nathaniel Fincher for $2. Thank you, sir. Here's another $2 for you. Appreciate it. And Daniela for $1.99. What's your all-time favorite breakfast meal? Let me tell you something, you guys. I'm going to tell you something I'm very excited about. On Sunday mornings, I make breakfast in this house for me, the 2 children, and my wife. And I go pretty hog wild. Okay. It's more of a brunch spread. I start around 11. We eat around 11:45. I got the Blackstone out there. I throw on bacon. I throw on sausage. I throw on chicken sausage for my wife because she can't have dairy because we're just a complete mess over here. I throw on a bunch of scrambled eggs. We got toast. We got gluten-free pancakes, but I make good ones. They're good ones. And I mean, on a rarity, we'll throw in some hash browns too. Sometimes I'll dice some onion, some pepper to throw into the scrambled eggs. It's just it's a complete amazing meal. And what's really nice about it is now Lego Master Builders or whatever that show's called is back. The contest show where people compete with Legos, and they have a Lego Masters Junior, and that's already available on Hulu, I think. So this Sunday is going to be wild. Gonna be doing the breakfast thing. Gonna be having some Lego Masters while we watch. It's a nice family bonding exercise for us. That's one of my favorite meals to make myself, just kind of your classics. But when I go out, I really am a basic person. I like over easy eggs and I like a decent sausage in my mouth. I like a lot of sausage in my mouth. Just trying to prove that gentleman's point that was commenting earlier. The gluten-free pancakes with the applesauce. No, Bubba, I don't need to do the applesauce anymore. That was an unnecessary ingredient. Although that was good. I did like mixing that in. We just used some dairy-free milk, like a plant-based milk is fine. A coconut milk actually works very well. Yeah, bacon burgers are phenomenal. Pancakes with blueberries and bananas is decent. I'm more of a pancakes with strawberries cut up on top and some syrup. I like where you're at though. Really, any fruit. I shouldn't say that. I don't think muskmelon would be very good with pancakes. Peaches are great with pancakes. I could eat a peach for hours. I was really enjoying the commercials until this stream interrupted them. Anybody know what movie I just quoted, by the way? I could eat a peach for hours. First one to get it wins the prize of a celebratory dance from me. I could eat a peach for hours. People are still on breakfast, and now I'm hungry for breakfast. There it is. Face Off. Got it. Nailed it. Nicolas Cage. Let's give him a dance. Which one is it? Is it this one? Skadadadadad. Okay, we got it. I was thinking about watching Face Off and Broken Arrow again. I think you'll have a better time with Broken Arrow. That one was always better for me. Moves quicker. You got Travolta and Cage really hamming it up. It's got the terrible actress in there that makes it even more enjoyable. Plus, the theme song is awesome. Favorite all-time movie villain. Also can't wait for the Halloween horror content. Favorite all-time movie villain. I have a few of them. It would almost have to go by genre at this point because you got just so many good ones in the animated space. I always liked, is it Syndro from The Incredibles? Scar, I mentioned earlier, the aforementioned Scar. Hans Gruber is a favorite live action villain for me. I love Hans Gruber from Die Hard. Dr. Evil, if we're going into the comedy space. Mugatu from Zoolander is also hilarious. I mean, honestly, a lot of Ben Stiller villains are really funny. Dodgeball, he's great in. Other serious villains, Heath Ledger's Joker was fantastic. Yeah, I could spend all day kind of like noodling upon it, but yeah, I would say Hans Gruber is one of my tops. We got a $4.99 for Paul Bros for Never. Thank you, sir. Just watched Weapons and I did enjoy it, but the trailer was really misleading. Yeah, that trailer is misleading as shit. It was for Barbarian too. That director almost, I feel like, has to fight a lawsuit or two for false information. Falsifying trailers should be a crime, if you ask me. Mexican food official spokesman for $9.99. Thank you. I have a food preference, but I'm biased. Yeah, I can kind of see where your head's at there on a taco. I love Mexican food though. It's so damn good, especially an authentic like egg burrito. Oh my god, an egg burrito where it's just really just egg and some cheese, and then there was like a hot dipping sauce. It's so damn good. Thanks for that. R plus I'm out. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Targaryen Boss returns for $9.99. Thank you. I recently binged a show with my wife called We Were Liars. It definitely is very teenish the first episode, but has one of the most shocking endings I have ever seen. Any interest or heard about it? No, I have not heard about it. That doesn't mean I'm not interested, but watching a show for me right now is like pulling teeth. I'm really focused on reviewing a bunch of movies and keeping this channel going. My wife has been trying to get me to watch a show. Oh God, what was it called again? Forget the name of it. I'm gonna forget the name of it. I gotta look it up. Shit. What was that show called? Oh, she texted me, don't forget to take out the garbage. It's impossible for her to do it because she's short, so it's impossible for her to take out the garbage. One second, I really have to look this show up so I can get more opinions on the show. It's 4 letters, I'm pretty sure. Oh, From. I figured it out. It's From. She says From is really good. She watched the first 3 seasons. I have not. I watched 2 episodes, and I'm kind of like, it's okay. Too much downtime. Where's it going? And of course, I have Alien Earth that I'm watching. So what's going to top that? I will always be a steak and potatoes guy. That's my first love. I agree. I'm right there with you. We eat steak like once a week because we eat like kings over here. Did you finish Life of Chuck? I did. I enjoyed it. It might potentially be on my top 10 of 2025. Very good. It had an abrupt ending, but the ending, unlike Weapons, which also had a very abrupt ending, it felt earned in Life of Chuck, and I found myself really enjoying that ending. And even I actually rewound it and rewatched the ending because I just wanted it to hit me again. Very good movie. Very sweet, wholesome movie, but also like bittersweet and sad and a little haunting. But also, it's got magic and whimsy and wonder, and it's a complicated film, and I think it's overlooked. I overlooked it when it came out. Vodka J Bulls for another $2. Thank you. Love you, bro. Can't wait to bash you with love. Love you too, bro. Appreciate that, dog. Bro, that was a big thing in the last episode of Alien Earth. They said bro and dog like 18 times. And to be fair to the writing there, that pretty much is how my son, who is 13, talks verbatim. But then at other times, the characters act like they're 5 or 6. So it's very kind of disjointed in the writing. Merlin Troutman for $4.99. Thank you, Merlin. How's your daughter's channel doing? Also, any great movies you've seen with the family recently? I try to give my daughter advice. It's almost like kids don't listen or respect anything anyone says. She's busy. She starts she's in high school, but she's taking a couple college courses. So she starts on Monday at college a couple days a week. And so unfortunately the channel's taken a back burner all summer because she's been working, and then she's got school coming up. So she's also studying for SATs. There's just a lot of stuff happening, and the YouTube channel unfortunately suffers for it. And I'm bummed because I want her to keep, going. She's good at it, and it takes a long time to find your groove and to find your audience. I did tell her like my big piece of advice is to find your niche. There's not a lot of teenage girls in the space doing movie reviews on older stuff. And so I thought it would be like a great kind of, market to go after. Like teen reacts to watching Back to the Future. Teen reacts to watching Fight Club or, whatever. And she's done it a couple of times, but yeah, it's challenging because you also want to like hit, I don't want like all adult dudes watching her. It's creepy. I want her to find like people her age to connect with. So I'm also like review Superman, review Jurassic World, review like the popular movies that are out there so you can pull in an audience. And yeah, it's challenging for sure. Butterfinger or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. They are both gluten-free. I go Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And I will say this. When I moved to South Carolina, I'm back in Minnesota now, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups out there were atrocious. Because it's so hot all year round in the South, I mean, it gets cool. It gets cooler in the winter. It's not gross in the winter, but it never seemed like the peanut butter cups on the shelf had like a hard, like chewy factor to it. They were always soft and gushy. And Reese's peanut butter cups that are soft and gushy are disgusting. You got to have some crispness with the fray on the top of the cup. It's got to be crisp to the touch. It was sorely lacking. Butterfingers are fine too, but I'm a peanut butter cup guy. I feel the older you get, the more annoying new slangs get. See, I bet that will be the case once my kids are out of the house. But right now, I kind of find them funny, and I play along with them. You know, like whenever they say cap, although cap has kind of fallen by the wayside now. I enjoy being part of it for as long as possible. As soon as they leave the house, I'll have no idea what anyone under the age of 30 is fucking saying. I have a couple more years where I'll still be kind of in the know without really being in the know at all. Yeah, thank you, Rob. Yes, good Reese's have a firm skin on them. Frozen Reese's unwrapped minis or Kit Kat unwrapped minis. Frozen Reese's is a fantastic treat for sure. I don't think I've had a Kit Kat unwrapped mini before. I've had Kit Kats. It's been a long time. My favorite is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Egg Edition. The Easter Egg Edition is so good. Then I would say the Christmas tree. And I feel like this is kind of counter to what I was saying a second ago, because I really like the firm phrase of the regular cup, but for some reason the egg shape and the tree shape just kind of infuses the peanut butter with the chocolate better, so the taste is really enhanced. A regular cup though, still fantastic. My family's pissed at me, Robert, because apparently I was like sounding the trumpet on watching The Monkey, which is not true at all. I did not say like, oh my God, you got to watch The fucking Monkey. They brought it up to me randomly. They must have remembered I saw it 80 years ago and were like, hey, is this good? Should we watch this tonight? Or should we watch Death of a Unicorn? And I, without hesitating, said, watch Death of a Unicorn. It's better. The Monkey's fine, though. You'll like The Monkey. They hated The Monkey. They hated The Monkey, which, honestly, I'm shocked by. They shocked The Monkey, really, is what happened there. And now I'm not sure if they'll like Death of a Unicorn, to be honest. They might hate that one, too. It's so amazing to me, but people think I'm so hard on movies. And between the four of us, I'm the most generous in the family. God, what? Oh, my eyes are just shot. God damn it. Several super chats coming in from our Johnny Cuddy for $5. Thank you. Do you enjoy finance business related movies? I love Margin Call from 2011. I'm trying to think. The most recent one I saw, if you want to count this as like a business movie, would be shit. Now I'm gonna forget the name. What was the GameStop movie from a year or so back, where it was based on the true events of all the people that bought into the GameStop stock with diamond hands? That was really good. I enjoyed that movie a lot. Obviously, there's Risky Business. Does that count as finance? What's the one with Emilio Estevez? No, I'm not Emilio Estevez. Oh my God, I'm blanking out on some of these older ones. It's so hard for me to know like what's straight up, like The Pelican Brief. is that a business movie? Martin Scorsese kind of blends a lot of business stuff in with his mob stuff. I really liked the DiCaprio, Jesus Christ, Wolf of Wall Street. Is that finance? Your wife, Aru Dudette, huh? She's very outspoken. She's not afraid of me at all, which is crazy to think, I would imagine, for a lot of you, because I have such an alpha status, such a Sigma presence. My energy is so lion like. But her eyes, I'm a cub. Boiler Room. Oh, that was the one I was thinking of, Wall Street. Bing Bong for $4.99. Thank you, Bing Bong. Just finished an early screening for Long Walk. God, I've seen so many good reviews for it. My wife and her friends were crying for 15 minutes after. Hope you get to review it. I will absolutely get to review it. It doesn't come out for like another month. I looked. It doesn't come out for, well, a couple more weeks. Yeah, it comes out, I think, mid-September, doesn't it? I don't know what the hell, how people see some of these movies so early, but it's not playing anywhere near me anytime soon. And I do have another disappointing announcement outside of the streams turning to Wednesdays now. Some people will be upset by that. I don't think there is a single free couple hours for me on Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. No. Well, maybe Saturday. Thursday or Friday, I'm not going to be able to see a movie. I usually go Thursdays. That's my movie day. But again, Connor's got his stupid ass soccer from 7 to 8:30. It just screws me over. So I cannot see a movie Thursday. Friday, I have the live stream at 7. And there's probably no chance in hell I'm going to get to sneak out from my day job to see a movie at like 3 in the afternoon. And then Saturday's a possible, short for possibility. I'm going to have to look into it. Thankfully, there isn't like huge movies coming out this week. However, I did want to see that dinosaur one. I'm forgetting the name of. That one looked really bad, but maybe schlocky fun. We'll see. So I'm a little bummed out. So that means I'll have to watch and review something on Netflix. I know there's a new movie that's trending number 2 on Netflix right now with Vanessa Kirby. Forgot the name. It's something like It Comes at Night. I know that's a different movie, but it's something like that. It's 3 words. It happens at night. Night comes out. Whatever. I'm very excited for The Long Walk, though. It's actually one of my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. Chris H for $4.99. Thank you, Chris. Have you ever collabed with another movie review YouTuber? Seeing you and the Critical Drinker discussing movies would be so peak. I'm sure the Critical Drinker doesn't know who I am. He's got like 2 million followers, I think. He's a big deal. I'm not. I would have no problem collabing with anyone, to be honest with you. And I've only seen 2 of Critical Drinker's movies ever, or videos ever, so I don't really know how well we would gel as far as opinions on films. Sometimes I probably wrongly throw him into the camp with some of the like anti-woke grifter type channels like Geeks and Gamers and Yellow Flash or whatever the fuck he is, but maybe Critical Drinker's not one of those guys, so I don't want to say he is. It's just I try to approach movie criticism not from a social aspect. I take the movie at face value. I don't inject a bunch of politics and social commentary into every one of my reviews. Again, he might not do that. Some of those other guys do. But I would be more than open to jumping on his show and talking shop with him for a while. I think that would be a fun time. Joe for $4.99. Thank you, Joe. Have you seen Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? If so, how long has it been? And would you rewatch either of them? Loving the Wednesday stream. Thank you, Joe. I have seen both of them, and I fucking love them both. Breaking Bad is my favorite drama television show, full stop. Better Call Saul is not far behind. A very great prequel story. Well, yeah, prequel/sequel story. I forgot that there's the black and white sequel sections. But Breaking Bad, I'm absolutely going to watch again. I'm patiently waiting for my kids to get old enough to watch it with them. Connor's only 13. I want him to get a couple years older so we can all appreciate the show in all of its glory together. So I plan on doing that in a couple more years, rewatching the whole series with them. Don't get too excited for the long walk. You were excited for Superman, and we know how that turned out. I rewatched Superman last night with my kids. They have not seen it. All my fears and worries about Superman were fully realized. I feel seen when I watched it with my kids. Connor thought it was fun. He enjoyed it enough. He didn't like love it, but he thought it was good. My daughter hated it. She turned to me halfway through the movie and said, "I have no idea what is going on in this film." My worry when I reviewed Superman was that they James Gunn cheated, and I don't care who you are as a director, even if I love your work, like I love James Gunn's work, you can't cheat. You can't throw up like 6 sentences and say Superman came from Krypton. He's a superhero. There's other superheroes. They all have powers. They're all awesome. He's never lost a fight. Now he's lost a fight. Here's the story in the middle. You can't do that if you're trying to appeal to new audiences or younger audiences or start a brand new universe. You need to showcase this character's talents. You need to showcase where he came from so we can garner some sympathy and get to know this character instead of just throwing us in the middle because he knows that 90% of the people over the age of like 20 know who Superman is. I don't like that kind of writing and that type of intro to a character. Now, I stand by my review. Superman is fun and fine. It's throwaway illumination crap, but it is not a great movie. I dare say it's not even a good movie. It's just a watchable, fun time. You know, it's like McDonald's isn't good food, but you can still eat it and have some fun until you go home later that night. As an aside, or I should say, as a spin to that, Cinefanatic, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about in my live stream Friday with the other two gentlemen that I'm having on. We're going to be picking our favorite 5 Superman movies. We're going to just kind of round robin it. I'll pick my number 5 spot, then they will. We'll talk about them. If it's the same at any point, we can just kind of gloss over it. But that'll be very fun, especially when I don't know them, to hear what they have to say. I'm not going to lie, I'm having a hard time even coming up with 5 that I like. The Superman movies count the animated stuff, which I'm not familiar with, so that's out the door. I'm counting, like Justice League and Batman v Superman. Anything that has Superman in it that went to theaters that's on the table. Even then, I'm struggling with it. I did just rewatch Richard Donner's original Superman 2 days ago in preparation for this because I want to know how it sits now that it's been a million years since it came out, and I want to see it with fresh eyes. I think I might review that maybe on the main channel here, or maybe I'll make it a free review on patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. I haven't decided yet. Because typically when I review older things, they do really bad. Because that stupid algorithm sucks. But anyway, that'll be a fun conversation. Aaliyah says, for $1.99, thank you, Aaliyah. We need more strong trans female leads. And quite frankly, for Hollywood in 2025, it's about time. Probably feels weird me doing it with the glasses on, but I already ruined it. Let's enhance so I can see a little bit better. We'll enhance on the computer. Bing Bong, thank you, Aaliyah. Bing Bong for $4.99 again. Thank you, sir. I will say, seeing your Alien Show videos has been amazing. Every other reviewers loved the first 2 episodes, but you saw it for what it was early on. I mean, I don't know if I see it for what it is. It's just what I think it is. I am honestly fucking shocked it is getting so much praise. I'm shocked by that. Not so much my buddy Tony likes it. He likes weird stuff. I am shocked to see that like Angry Joe really enjoys it. Some other prominent critics that I've seen like on whatever that stupid app is, Twitter, X, whatever they call it. Yeah, I just so much praise. I'm not shocked to see that it's like has like 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm pretty sure Ironheart has high. What is Ironheart on Rotten Tomatoes? Ironheart Rotten Tomatoes. That show sucked. Ironheart was trash. And that sits at 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's lower, but it's still fresh by quite a mile. What about, what was another one that was terrible? What is She-Hulk? Rotten Tomatoes. She-Hulk is at 79% on Rotten Tomatoes. I guess my point is these Disney shows always do well with the critics. But I sat down and watched Alien Earth with my whole family. It is incredibly rare when the four of us sit down and watch a movie together at night. We're all usually doing our own things. We're just busy with stuff. We were genuinely stoked to watch Alien Earth together. And by the end of the first episode, my daughter got up and left. Connor did not want to watch, but he also didn't want to go to bed, so he'll just ride the storm out. And Lindsay fell asleep 10 minutes into the second episode. She hated it. Olivia hated it. She actually walked back out when the second episode started and said, "Is there another episode?" I said, "Yeah, you watching?" "God, no. That show was terrible." And then she left again. I just braved it out because I wanted to see if it got better on the second episode. It got worse. And I'm genuinely just shocked that people are loving the show, or at least enjoying it enough to give it praise. And I'm not knocking that or saying that I'm right, because it's a stupid opinion, but I mean, I can tell you all the reasons why, and that's what I do on the recap videos. To each their own. Maybe it's kind of like their version of The Monkey. They've seen so many bad sequels and requels and remakes and prequels and fuckwells that they're willing to just love whatever comes out next that isn't complete ass. Although I'm kind of thinking this is complete ass. It's pretty looking, I'll say that much. I'll say that much. R Johnny Cuddy for $2. Thank you. Going to give Neja 2 a whirl because of your review. Please do. If you haven't seen the first one yet, I highly recommend watching the first one first. Okay? Give yourself the full. It's kind of, you know what it's like to me? It's like playing the new God of War games, God of War and God of War Ragnarok, without previously playing the old trilogy. I know there's more than 3. There's also Ascension and a couple of, there's like a Vita game or 2, or PSP, whatever the hell was on. Not having the original God of War trilogy in your pocket does a disservice to the story of the new game. The new games are great on their own, but getting that enhancement by knowing the character on a deeper level really makes everything so much cooler. Paul Brothers for Never for $4.99. Thank you. What's the worst Disney Marvel show in your opinion? The worst Disney Marvel show. There's just so many bad ones. It's hard to. I didn't see a couple of them. I didn't see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that's separate, though. That was like a Netflix thing first. I didn't see Echo. And I did not see. There was one with Nick Fury. Secret something. I can't remember what it was called. I did not see the Nick Fury show or Echo. I think I've seen most. I did not see Loki season 2. Loki season 1 was fine. I did not finish Moon Knight. I thought it started out very solid, and by the 3rd episode, I didn't care about anything. So that one's in the running. Miss Marvel was the same. I thought it started out strong, and then by the 3rd episode on that one, I think my whole family was out. It just got dull and lame. That's also in the running. She-Hulk I finished. I felt that show was like watchable trash. But I didn't like hate She-Hulk. I thought it was just kind of bad Saturday morning cartoon stuff. It knew what it was. It was like a Deadpool thing. I didn't really like put much stock into it or what it was doing. And by the end, it went completely off the rails into some weird meta commentary. I mean, it wasn't good, but I was able to watch it. So that's off the table. So Miss Marvel and Moon Knight, and I know a lot of people like Moon Knight. I think I might say Moon Knight actually was my least favorite one. That might be controversial, but that's my pick. But again, I haven't seen some of the others. Oh yeah, there was also Agatha All Along. That's the only show that was fucking awful when it started, and as it went on, it actually got better and cleaned up some of the bad stuff from the earlier episodes. Still didn't enjoy it very much, but I will say that show got way better the longer you watched. Secret Invasion, that was Secret. Oh, She-Hulk made me quit the Marvel streaming shows. I like The Last Jedi. Get out of here! Get the fuck off this channel! No, it's fine. That's good. I wish I liked it. I really do. Oh my god, I forgot that Iron Shart. I forgot Ironheart. Ironheart is the worst. Ironheart is the worst MCU show to date. I would have not watched anything past the first episode, but I was doing the recap videos. Had I been doing recap videos back when Moon Knight or Miss Marvel or any of those other shows came out, I would have continued watching those as well. So we don't count finishing Iron Shard because it was like watchable. It was truly terrible. That's the worst. I liked WandaVision. That show, like almost all the other MCU shows, gets worse the longer you watch. But that one was, I think, an okay start. I haven't seen a one of these shows. You are missing nothing. Yeah, there's some good ideas in The Last Jedi. There's some good ideas in a lot of bad movies. What's your favorite factor entree? Well, seeing as it's been 5 years since I've had one, we often got, and this is not an exciting meal by any means, but it was it was just the basic chicken breast with Brussels sprouts. I know it sounds terrible, but it was actually pretty good, and we were on a big health kick 5 years ago when we were eating the factor stuff. And Lindsay and I were both working at the time. She had a full-time job and she was burnt out, and I was not able to like keep cooking dinners. So it saved our ass for a good couple months. It's just on the spendy side. And we also moved, so we stopped doing it. But it was like chicken and Brussels sprouts, I think was the one we always went with. Again, because I'm not ordering just for myself, I have to account for what Lindsay can eat. And I have a gluten allergy. There wasn't a ton of options available. Ya boy, yeah, boy, 1299 for 499 says thank you. I actually recently watched new Star Wars trilogy for the first time. I liked episode 7 and 8 was okay, but why did most people hate 8, 9? I kind of get. If you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. I think most people hate episode 8, aka The Last Jedi, because it essentially ruined any good momentum that episode 7 had going for it, which was entirely based on getting to the island to train with Master Luke. He was on a secret island. He left a map to his whereabouts that he apparently didn't want people to discover. The intrigue with Rey and more so Finn, whether he was force sensitive or not, was very interesting. The fact that he was a stormtrooper, where the fuck was that? What was the point of that? I thought we were going to dive into that stuff. Maybe show us when he was younger how he got ripped from his family and he was forced into the Empire or the First Order, I guess. Like maybe there's this, you just have the stuff that you think about, the potential that was there and squandered. It would have been so cool to get, if we would have started a Star Wars movie with Finn as like a 12-year-old pulled out of his home from his parents screaming at gunpoint, him thrown in a cruiser, taken up to the First Order, wherever they're headquartered, and he's just in a room with like hundreds of other kids being brainwashed by propaganda, as there's soldiers all around with guns. And then we follow this kid, this poor kid, as he goes through all the different training exercises, and maybe there's target practice and they're missing every fucking target because they're stormtroopers. But it would have been cool to see him grow. Maybe this is like a 15-minute section to open the movie up, and he goes from a 13-year-old to a 30-year-old, and there he is. And we catch up with where he's at in The Force Awakens, and then we jump ahead to The Last Jedi and what that means for him as a character. Rey was just amazing at everything in A Force Awakens. I defended the shit out of that, and I said, we're one episode into this character arc. Can we fucking finish it out before we start throwing fits and calling her a Mary Sue? Yeah, she's amazing at piloting the Millennium Falcon. She's Force sensitive. She's got a huge connection. It sounds like Luke is speaking to her somehow. His lightsaber is calling her, if you remember right. That really had nothing to do with anything, according to The Last Jedi. Finn's ruined in The Last Jedi. He's just this dumb side character. We add Rose Tico for some completely unnecessary love story that goes nowhere at all. There was just a ton of head-scratching choices, on top of the fact that the second movie is supposed to be a bridge movie in a trilogy that moves the film along to a high-stakes final confrontation. The Last Jedi does the exact opposite. It subverts not only expectations, it subverts story structure. It doesn't move the fucking movie 20 feet across space because we're in a slow-moving chase where one ship is basically out of gas. And so they touch down on a planet and they have a little head-to-head against a small little First Order patrol, and that's the entire plot of the movie. We don't have any further growth for Rey or Kylo Ren. They're exactly where they were before. Luke, completely wasted. People were also pissed that we didn't get a Han Solo, Luke, Leia reunion, and then it couldn't happen after that because we lost one of them in real life. It was just frustration off of frustration. Plus the inconsistent tone of the movie, going for gritty, realistic, beautiful-looking Star Wars, which no one, I don't think, doubts that Rian Johnson made a beautiful-looking movie, but then to go to this Harry Potter-esque Sonic the Hedgehog casino planet, it felt so different. It felt like it was back in a prequel movie. Everything about the film pisses me off, and it continues to do so to this day. It lives rent-free in my head. Episode 9, who cares? At that point, I went to episode 9 and I had the lowest of expectations humanly possible. I didn't go into that movie looking for a good film. I went into that movie to be entertained. And guess what? It entertained me. It's not a good movie. It's watchable shit. I had no... the damage done by 8, in my opinion, was... You couldn't fix it. There was no redemption for it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sorry for the tangent. It's been a minute. Derek Parker. I'm not sure if I said that right. I apologize. $5. Thank you. Skydance thinking of merging Paramount Plus and Pluto TV. I enjoy Pluto. What's your opinion on it? I don't think I've watched Pluto TV. Is that one of the free ones, like Freebie, where you just watch some ads and then you get to watch movies? If that's the case, I've probably stumbled upon it once or twice. I have no thoughts other than it's nice to have services like that. Having Paramount Plus and Pluto TV, Skydance is going to merge into them. Skydance, I haven't seen that name. It's been a long time since I've seen Skydance. I don't have any thoughts, to be honest. Paramount Plus is a pretty shit streaming service. It's gotten better, but it couldn't get much worse. Pluto, know nothing of, really, outside of what I said. And Skydance, I know less of. I thought that was just I mean, I knew it was a movie studio, but I thought it was already kind of just like a smaller subset of a bigger dog. I suppose it makes sense. RJ Cuddy's back. I'm sorry, well, Johnny Cuddy. $5. Thank you again. Agree with your Alien Earth take. Really disappointed. I think the issue is that there is nobody to root for. All so-called protagonists are annoying. Yeah, I kind of touched upon this on my last review, but legitimately all the characters seem to be robots or synthetics or have some sort of augmentation. And they have there's such a disconnect. There's such a lack of emotion and empathy from any of these characters. They all just look either constipated, confused, or pissed off. There's no love to be found. There's no like natural warmth to any of these characters. It's bizarre. It's just such a sterile show from top to bottom. And again, because they're all kind of synthetics or robots, where's the human element that I'm supposed to be, like worried about? From Boy Genius or whatever his stupid name is, he's an ass. There's so few humans on the show, and you can definitely learn to love a robot. I've seen Wall-E several times. That Wall-E character is fantastic. This doesn't do that. And pairing them up against xenomorphs is odd, because xenomorphs by design don't seem to give a shit about robots. They ignore them unless they're a threat. That kind of takes away a lot of the threat of a xenomorph. And one in this show that's just kind of like popping around, not seeming to have a real goal. The problem with a structured story, well, I should say an unstructured story like the one we're getting in Alien Earth is, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching and why I'm watching it. The xenomorph doesn't seem to have a plan. You know what it's doing in the original Alien movies. It wants birthing pods. It hunts people, it takes them, it puts a chest burster in them, and then it uses them to birth out another xenomorph. That's the goal every time, to reproduce. I don't know what it's doing in this movie. It's just going around killing people willy-nilly. It looked like it was protecting its eggs at one point. Where do those eggs even come from? Lining up everything as a question mark until you're going to finally resolve it in the final act can work for certain shows, but it has to be done in a way that's not frustrating, and it has to be done with characters that you're into. Lost got away with it for its entire run, although I think most of the audience checked out by season 3 or 4. I was one of them. I did eventually hate watch the rest of the seasons, but it was able to string people along for a very long time because you were invested in the characters and the storylines. I'm not invested in these people at all. Why did they go all in on Peter Pan? Nick for $5. Thank you, Nick. I asked you if you've ever seen the Zucker Bros Top Secret and you hadn't because you confused it with Spies Like Us. Plan on checking it out now. I added to the pile of 5,000 movies that I've been recommended that I need to watch. I did recently see Legend by Ridley Scott after years of people giving me shit about it. So it's possible, Nick. I appreciate the $5. It's possible I will get to Top Secret and Spies Like Us. I've seen Spies Like Us. It's just been a long time. You never know. You never know when it could happen. It's most likely to happen if I'm invited onto a 31 on 31 that's parody films like The Naked Gun. They would definitely be on there, and then I would be forced to watch it. Simba is Life for $4.99. Thank you, Simba. Well, I guess this isn't Simba. They're just saying Simba is Life. That makes sense. Has there ever been a movie review where the backlash made you want to quit? I remember you got flack for Am I Racist and Godzilla Minus One. Yeah, Godzilla Minus One, Am I Racist, and there was one other one that was, oh God, The Sound of Freedom was actually the worst. The Sound of Freedom, people, holy shit. None of them made me want to quit, though. I can, it would be disingenuous to say I don't get hurt or feel feelings when I get a lot of negativity thrown my way, because it does sting, it does hurt, but I don't like lose sleep over it. I can get, it's mainly more out of frustration, because I find that 9 times out of 10, it's just so misdirected my way, or it's completely fabricated. Again, I never, at least to my knowledge, remember saying I hated Godzilla Minus One. I remember saying I was disappointed, I didn't like it, but hate is a very strong word, and I definitely remember saying that it will work for a good chunk of people. It just didn't work for me. So even usually when I shit all over a movie that did not work at all, I have a lot of caveats, and I have a lot of like, hey, just because I didn't like this doesn't mean you won't. And here's why you would like it. I just try to give a lay of the land of what people can expect. Same with Am I Racist and Sound of Freedom. Am I Racist was just such a one note joke played ad nauseum. We get it. There's like people that are way too woke out there, and they try to like they go way overboard to go the other direction. This is the punchline for hour and 45, 2 hours. What else do you got? I like some variety in the humor. And again, in that review, I'm pretty sure I said there was a lot of people laughing in the theater I was in. So definitely there's an audience for it. It just wasn't me. Um, Sound of Freedom, kind of the same thing. Hey, there was it was a important piece of information that apparently no one knew, that kids were being trafficked. I'm not sure why that was news to people. When that movie came out, everybody was like, this is it. We're finally shedding light on something that literally everyone knows happens. There's child trafficking. But people acted like I had to think the movie was some profound genius piece of art because had such an important message. There's lots of movies with important messages. There's lots of movies based on true stories that just miss the mark for me in terms of story and presentation. Doesn't mean that the cause isn't just or that the message isn't good. It just means the movie sucked. It's not that deep. Christian Movie Nerd for $5. Thank you, Christian. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? If so, what are your thoughts on the last 2 seasons? Yeah, I watched Game of Thrones. My thoughts kind of echo, I think, the vast majority of people. Frustrated, angry, hurt, pissed. Other words that mean pretty much the same thing as what I'm saying. I thought it was kind of disgusting how they treated their own property because the brothers, I can't remember their names. It was a duo. I don't even know if they're brothers, but it was 2 guys. They worked on the show. They made it their own because it got ahead of the books, obviously, by Martin. And they shit the bed because Disney had offered them a Star Wars trilogy. HBO wanted the show to go as long as they could possibly have it. It's a cash cow. It was insanely popular. These guys said, nah, we're going to do it actually in less episodes than we even initially stated. So they shortened the last season. They fucking rushed the characters. And like, what did we get out of all of it? What did they get out of it? They had a show that was beloved by almost everyone universally, shit the bed for almost everyone, and then they didn't even get the Star Wars deal. Congratulations. You played yourself. They could have had a show that was ranked up there with the likes of Breaking Bad or The Sopranos in terms of lovability and just like making its mark in culture. But instead they had a show that was so massively popular and then just spiraled out of existence. Like when that show ended, it was basically off the conversation block. Now I have my wife's mother, who is, to be frank, very generous when it comes to shows and movies. She likes pretty much everything she watches. She watched all of Game of Thrones basically over the course of a week. She got through all of it, and she really enjoyed it all the way through. I do think that the long period of time in between seasons can hype things up, and it can definitely be a harder thing to finalize rather than just like speed watching it all back to back to back. It might have gone down a little easier. I'm not making excuses for the show. I still think I would have hated the last couple seasons, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. It was such a disappointment. That's where I land with it. Aaliyah, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Sorry if I'm not. 199. Thank you. Matt Walsh is the Kubrick of our times. Yeah. That's definitely what I would say about him. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I think I caught up with Super Chats. What a great night. Let's put 5 minutes on the clock. We did not think of a milestone, but I mean, my God, we had some amazing super chats today. It wasn't really necessary, but I will try to get that squared away for next time. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the board. We've been streaming for an hour and 14. We got over the hour that I like. So if supers keep coming in, I'll keep pushing the 5 minutes out further. How does that sound? That's kind of a fun idea. So it's 1 hour and 15 minutes so far. We'll go already to, and already one came in. So we'll go to we'll go to 120 math. Simba's life is back for 199. I will never accept Bran the Broken being king. Spoiler. Bron's character sucks so bad. What were they doing with him? Again, everything just felt so rushed. And what was the point of it? Like, he was this, what was he, the Raven or whatever, the seeing eye bird thing. He could warg into ravens and fly around. And then you had I forgot all this shit, but Maisie Williams was like the faceless killer or the multiple face person, and she barely used that technique. So much stupid shit. So much build for such a lame ending. Three-eyed Raven, thank you. They could have done so much with him and everyone else. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Let us not forget the Acolyte. What a treat that was. They were all letdowns. Jon Snow was a letdown. What about Khaleesi, my Khaleesi? Beautiful super chat just came in. So we are now another 5 minutes out. Albus Severus Potter. Recognize this super chat for $4.99. Any movie you think will be terrible this year, people expect to be great? Well, I've never been a huge Tron person. In fact, I probably will watch the first two Tron movies in preparation for the third movie. The third film looks pretty bad. The trailers look bad. So my guess is it's going to be bad. I think people are excited for it. I don't know if they should be. That's just a personal, that's just me throwing it out there. It also has Jared Leto in it, and I think Jared Leto kind of sucks. Other than that, I am a little worried about The Running Man. And this is from someone who really likes Edgar Wright. Something about that movie feels like it's off. I hope I'm wrong. Any movie you think will do terrible this year, people expect to be great. I think that's what you mean by that, unless you mean box office wise. But I'm gonna go with that as your question. Spooky Ruben for $4.99. Top 3 Stephen King movies. Well, number 1 is easily Shawshank Redemption for me. I would say number 2 is, I'm gonna go with Misery. And number 3, Stand By Me might have to go to 3. You didn't specify horror. I could also maybe do It Chapter 1, the modern version. He's got a lot of great movies, though. Can I look it up quick? Stephen King, to see what I missed. Stephen King movies. There's so many movies. I am hoping The Long Walk is going to be on there. Wait, Life of Chuck is Stephen King? Oh, that's right. They did say that. Wow. Life of Chuck was damn good, too. Firestarter was awful. Wait, The Shining is Stephen King. Shit. I love The Shining. Okay, we're going to have to replace Stand By Me and It with The Shining. Shining's at number 3. Oof, Dark Tower was terrible. Man, he's got a ton of movies. Oh, Sleepwalkers was so bad. I saw Sleepwalkers in theaters entirely because I wanted to see the Animatrix short that they played in front of it. I shit you not, that was the thing that happened. For some reason, they played the Animatrix, just one of the little scenes from one of the small movies, in front of sleepwalkers. Strange times. Yeah, I think I'm pretty confidently gonna say Shawshank Redemption. I already forgot my middle one. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was Dreamcatcher, not Sleepwalkers. Dreamcatcher was the one that the Animatrix was played in front of. Just a little snippet from it. Shawshank Redemption, Misery, and The Shining. That's what I'm going with. Why don't I see Misery listed? Did I make Misery up? Is that not a? I'm I'm like 90% sure that that was a. Oh, it's on there. Okay. Woo. Oh, woo, woo. I say Dolores Claiborne is too slept on. I know you like Dolores Claiborne. It's fine. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's fine. I'm checking back to see how many people were yelling Dreamcatcher when I said the wrong title. Looks like a couple were. I got there on my own. I figured it out. Do you follow UFO UAP news? Is disclosure close? I don't know what any of that means. No, I do not follow UFO UAP news. The closest I go to following that is repeats or the reruns of X Files, which, by the way, I just rewatched the X Files movie with the family. We finally got through the first 5 seasons of X Files, so it was time for the movie. What a fucking banger that movie is. That X Files movie is still awesome. It's awesome. I don't care who you are. The bee scene, where all the bees are flying up. Then you have the final section where he's in the UFO and doesn't realize it down in the ice caves. Oh my god, that movie's awesome. The music in X Files. You don't even need to watch the movie, but just put on the soundtrack for the X Files. That score goes hard as fuck. That X Files score is not screwing around. It's awesome. A a Billish panda. That I saw. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's how you say that. For 100 squiggly number. I don't know what that currency is. You look like the bulky version of Corey Michael Smith. He played the Riddler in Gotham show. Is bulky a generous way of saying fat? Let's see Corey Michael Smith. Corey Michael Smith. Yeah, he's like I'm like an ugly version. You could have said I'm like an ugly version of Corey Michael Smith. Yeah, he's all right. Okay. It's so weird the amount of people I get told I look like at different points. It used to be 5 years ago, I got a lot of you look like Ryan Reynolds and Chris Pratt, which was the nicest compliments anyone has ever given to me. I have not been told I look like them for like 5 years. Now it's always some like coach for a soccer team that I always hear it and I look it up. I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, this guy's like old and kind of fat. All right, well, I'm a far cry now from Chris Pratt, but I guess it is what it is. So I'll take bulky Corey Michael Smith. Thank you. Eileen Scorns for 4.99. Thank you, Eileen. You think you would ever do a reaction highlights of watching a movie? I have thought about doing that for YouTube join members and Patreon people, doing like watch alongs. I keep wanting to do that, especially when I watch something that I'm pretty sure is going to be awful, like War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. I think that would be fun. The problem is 9 times out of 10, I'm sitting on the couch, usually drinking a soda or eating something, watching a pretty okay or like somewhat bad movie on Netflix, and I'm not just I don't react much. That's the problem with that's why I rarely, if ever, do reaction videos anymore because I don't react. I'm so fucking lame. I sit here. This is me watching a movie trailer. Actually, I don't nod my head like that either. I don't nod my head. I just go like this. That's the entire reaction, which I have a hard time believing that we have real reactors that are out there like, no way. What? Oh my God. It's a xenomorph. I don't buy it. It could be fun to ham it up though, intentionally. She's back for $4.99. Thank you. Also, you see the news Harry Potter show will have a higher budget than Rings of Power? Oh my God. I don't know if they should put so much stock in a show that might fail. Well, yeah, it's kind of like you have to spend money to make money. You really have Harry Potter, the movies are some of the most beloved films of all time. I mean, it's really like Star Wars, Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter might actually be higher now because of all the disservice Disney has done with the Star Wars brand over the years. Harry Potter only had like a couple shitty Fantastic Beasts movies, and obviously J.K. Rowling pisses a lot of people off online by her bizarre like hill that she dies on all the time about trans stuff. I don't know. Why did she go so hard into it? You know, like it's such a niche, like tiny little fraction of a percentage of people on earth. Why is this the hill to die on? She was so beloved. I don't get it. I don't get people. I don't get rich people at all. Because she truly was just like so loved by so many different people. Whatever, it's her burden to bear. Either way, I think it's just such an incredibly hard thing for them to even pull off. I'm still annoyed that they're doing this and they didn't go a new route altogether and just tell more stories within this magical universe that they have. I'm a huge Potterhead. I'm a big fan. I love the parks, love the movies, love the books. I have a giant Hogwarts set behind me. I have Harry and Hermione right back there, out of focus. There's like not Lord of the Rings. I wish I had Lord of the Rings Legos. There's Harry Potter shit all over. A lot of it's packed away because they just don't have room in this place. But yeah, they have to. They have to go all in. Otherwise, it's just going to tell people we're cashing in on the name and that's it. So I guess I'm happy that they're at least on face pretending that they're doing the best they can. That remains to be seen though. Cool Echo Kids for $4.99. Thank you. Is there a specific genre you like the least? Like for my daughter, she hates teenage romance movies. Yeah, I don't care for those either. I would say that's your daughter is spot on. I don't like the romance shit either. Like adult romance is fine. Some teen romance is okay. I'm trying to think though, the last one I saw, 10 Things I Hate About You with Heath Ledger back in the day. I don't even know what qualifies as it. I think most of it's straight to streaming Netflix shit anyways. But I would say that's where I would be too. Yeah, the teenage romance is brutal. Really anything teenage adjacent, kind of not my thing. And it never really was my thing, even when I was a teenager, outside of schlocky ass cringe Saved by the Bell. That show was the shit and still is. It's terrible, but it's a fun terrible. Pretty Little Liars, though, things like that. No thanks. Not interested. Christian Movie Nerd for another $5. Thank you, Christian. Are you looking forward to what James Gunn has in store for the DCU? Are you going to be checking out Peacemaker Season 2? I'm absolutely checking out Peacemaker Season 2. I loved Season 1. I'll do the same thing I always do on this channel where I will attempt to review the first episode. And then we'll gauge how the views do. And I'm going to tell you, I already know it's not going to do well for me on the channel because every time I review a show that I genuinely like, I did it with Better Call Saul. I did it with Righteous Gemstones. I did it with, there was one other one that I did not that long ago. Oh, The Penguin. The views are garbage. They're in the toilet. When I review something that I'm hating, Alkalite, Ironheart, Alien Earth. Views are good. And then I can do the recaps on them. I would love nothing more than do recaps on um, Peacemaker season 2. But I'm going to tell you right now, the review, when I put it out right after the show hits, it'll get shit for numbers. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Okay, I think I got all the super chats. Nope, there's one more. Okay, we'll keep going. Moisture criticize moisture criticize the 4.99. Thank you. Just watched K-pop Demon Hunter after your review. Amazing movie. Surprised how well it's doing. The fact adults are loving it so much too. Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's really good. I enjoyed the crap out of it. My daughter's watched it like 6 times. She sings the songs all over the place. I know so many friends that have kids that are obsessed with it as well. It really feels like it really feels like Frozen for young girls. It feels like that movement. You know, when Let It Go came out and it was a massive hit on YouTube. This feels like that for Netflix. K-pop Demon Hunter. It's crazy. Yo, my soda pop. Yeah, soda pop is the best. Okay, we caught up on the super chats as promised. That adds 5 minutes to the clock, so I'll be here till 1:36, fielding the regular comments. I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click on this. Hey, Adam. Hey, CatDog568. Hey, are you missing the palm trees and beach since you moved? Also, can you please bring the palm tree intro back to your videos? It was a good vibe. Well, I'm not there anymore. It feels disingenuous, but I suppose it's okay because I was there. I was there at one point. I could maybe think about sprucing up. I'm not huge on my new intro anyways. Maybe I can track it down. I hope I still have it somewhere. To answer your question, yes, I miss the shit out of the beach. I'm fearing the winter more than you could possibly imagine. It haunts me in my nightmares. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but somehow I need to strike gold and make a bunch of money where I can get the fuck out of here again and go somewhere warm that isn't a wasteland like South Carolina. Because I do miss the palm trees and I miss the weather and I miss the beaches more than anything, but I need to go somewhere not there. Yeah, I'm like bummed. I am bummed. I really am, and mainly because it was just so fun to go with my family to Disney and Universal. Like get in the car and drive 6 hours to go stay at a resort for 5 to 7 days, not a care in the world sort of thing until the bill came my way and I had to somehow pay that off. But the 3 or 4 times we did that were amazing. Just packing up and going to the beach on a Tuesday because my kids were homeschooled at the time and I had a flexible job. Magical, irreplaceable. And I think the saddest reality is, especially as a parent, they were at such perfect ages at the time where I couldn't repeat it even if I wanted to now. I couldn't move and we could do this for another couple of years. It truly was just the prime 3 years we could have made this work. Were there memories? I said to my daughter 2 days ago, we were in the car. I said, hey, Olivia, it's kind of sad yesterday. A song came on. It reminded me of sitting on the beach and watching you kids on your surfboards out in the ocean. And I said, please promise me you will remember those days. You know, like I want those to be cherished when you're in your 40s or 50s. A song will come on and you will remember our years in South Carolina and some of the great things we did. So yes, I definitely miss that. Christian movie nerd for $5. I saw that I skipped some. I didn't mean to. It just went to this. Do you remember the canon films from the 70s through 90s? If so, do you like any of their movies? I remember the name Canon Films, but I couldn't tell you what they made. I would have to look. Let me look for a second. I hate when I get a question and I just do not know the answer right out of the gates. Well, they did He-Man. Looks like they did some Chuck Norris. They did Over the Top. See, but I don't know if these are movies they did or if these are just. They didn't do these movies. This is. Maybe they did He-Man. I did see He-Man. It was very bizarre. I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was good or not because it was so long ago, but I definitely watched it. Shit, I lost where I was at. Sorry. Masters of the Universe is my jam. They were released through canon. Well, then, yeah, obviously, I mean, the original Superman, if that was released through canon, for sure. And Masters of the Universe, again, it's been so long. It was a very bizarre movie, but obviously, I've seen it. Was that Dolph Lundgren? Was he He-Man? BAP for $4.99. Thank you. If I said it once, I've said it 100 times. Matrix 4. Not good. That's putting it lightly, my friend. That's putting it lightly. BAP for $1.99. Thanks again. Animatrix, very good. Yes, it is. Kind of, the idea kind of stolen a little bit in iRobot, mainly the ending. Felt like the ending was really leading into a robot Animatrix uprising. Jack Mackerel, 24 for $5. Thanks, Jack. Sir, did we cover the Duffer Brothers jumping the Netflix ship for Paramount's in-theater guarantee? What do you think their first Paramount project will be? Yeah, that was wild. I saw that Duffer Brothers are no longer making movies for Netflix. Paramount gave them a massive, massive check, which is insane. How much fuck around money does Paramount actually have? I didn't know they were that successful of a studio anymore. They gave South Park, they gave Matt and Trey. What did they give them? Wasn't it in like a ridiculous, like $500 million? Paramount. What did Paramount pay Matt and Trey for South Park? And I don't even think it was for the show. It was just for the movies. Holy shit. Paramount paid Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creators of South Park, $1.5 billion for a 5-year contract extension. This deal includes producing 50 new episodes over the next 5 years. 50 episodes for $1.5 billion. What the how? Where does that money? How do they? What? What did the Duffer Brothers get? Duffer Brothers signed a 4-year exclusive deal with Paramount. Begins in April 2026. Large-scale theatrical films for streaming. I don't know if there's any money. They didn't say the money. That is completely insane, though. $1.5 billion. What do you think their first Paramount project will be? I mean, I imagine it's going to be an original. I want to say it's going to be an original series because they're going to want that Stranger Things money and they're going to want that Stranger Things audience. The Duffer Brothers gave Netflix a massive influx in fans that stayed on Netflix for Stranger Things exclusively. Paramount wants that desperately. They need a flagship new show that can hold up the ships. And so the Duffer Brothers will need to create that. That's what they're going to be expected to do for them. I don't think a movie's going to be the way to go. I think they're going to want them to make a series first. Do you remember the? Oh, I already answered that. I already answered that. Am I caught up? I'm caught up. I got one more here. Oh, that was the one I just said. Oh no. Ant-Man in Thanos' butt for 4.99. Thank you, sir. Sorry to keep you, good sir, from ending your stream. Tears in his eyes as he says it. What's the last movie that made you cry, and what is the saddest movie of all time for you? The saddest movie to make me cry recently, Life of Chuck. I think I had one manly tear in Life of Chuck. One manly tear came down. I don't even know if it was a full salty discharge or if it was just kind of peeking along the bottom, but that one was probably the last one that I would consider as making me cry. What is the saddest movie of all time for you? The saddest happy sad for me is Shawshank Redemption. I think it has one of the best endings, full stop. One of the saddest movies as far as like just depressing probably would go to Schindler's List. Not a great situation over there with the topic of that film. If it wasn't based on a true story, I would say the saddest movie would be God. The Room was really depressing with Brie Larson. That movie broke me down pretty hard. That movie's just sad from beginning to end. Like even the end is incredibly bittersweet. I'm sure there's more depressing movies. The one that came out, the one that I saw, the horror movie that I saw with the kids was really freaking sad too. Forgetting the name of it. The kid has like the mark under the eye. It's fucked up. It was the same people that did Talk to Me. I'm forgetting the name. I just reviewed it like a month ago. But that one was depressing. Not sad, depressing. Thank you for the question. BAP for 199. Thank you. Do you ever yearn? Often I sit and yearn. Is that Seinfeld? Do you ever yearn? Often, I think that's Seinfeld. I can't remember the context of the quote. Do you ever yearn? Seinfeld quote. I think it's Seinfeld. Spoken by Cosmo Kramer to George in the episode The Keys. George initially replies, then he says he craves. I've craved, but I've never yearned. Classic. The Keys episode, is that the one where he's parking cars? Where George has to park all the cars outside Jerry's place? If it is, I love that episode. Oh, Rudy from Gen X is here. The Father had me crying. The Father? What the hell is that? Fuck is The Father? Oh, Anthony Hopkins. I've not even heard of this movie. 2021? What was I doing when that came out? Huh. Well, Rudy also thinks The Warriors is an amazing movie, so whatever, dude. Oh, by the way, do you guys like my nice little logo I created in the bottom here? The Adam Does Movies Live with the three little lines and the live thing. I was kind of proud of that. I think it's a nice, non-intrusive little, little marker, little branding in the corner. I made that right before I went live, actually. Just a little fun fact for you, an Adam fun fact. First 10 minutes of Midsummer is the most depressing. Oof. Yeah, that's not a great way to start things out, is it? Dead parents aren't not the funnest thing to start a movie on. These pretzels are making me thirsty. I love that when they're all going back and forth. These pretzels. Oh, that's good. Yes, Cosmo goes to California. Out of all the Seinfeld episodes, that's probably one of the weakest. The California episode is one of my least favorite. I discount everything in season 1 of Seinfeld, though. Season 1 of Seinfeld's terrible, and it's only like 7 or 8 episodes, right? It's not very long. They were really trying to find their footing there. I know the California season isn't in season 1, but that episode's not great. Did you, in his infinite wisdom? I did. This live stream is making me thirsty, like the pretzels. Oh, this is the easiest question I've ever had to answer in my life. Ant-Man and Thanos' butt, $4.99. Friends or Seinfeld? I got Seinfeld box set underneath of the DeLorean over meh. And I have the Seinfeld studio set right there, but you can't see because it's so blurred out. But I zoom into it at the beginning of every Adam Does Movies intro. So Seinfeld for me all day long. Would actually say Friends is a tidge on the overrated side. Watchable, sure, but laugh out loud funny, hardly. The couch pivot is peak though. Peak comedy. Pivot! Pivot! That's gold. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. Wait, is that your new St. Elmo's fire? Oh no, he's gonna make me do it, isn't he? He's gonna make me do it. I believe in the new horizon. I believe in the sun and air. How the name of the naked fire, St. Elmo's fire. I learn less of the lyrics every time I sing it. I've like reverted, I've devolved over time with the St. Elmo's fire lyrics. I know at one point he says like on an eagle's wing. Twix! George Costanza losing his shit on the dealership episode. That's a great one. I love people are just quoting Seinfeld randomly. I'm making that again. Do it. I believe in a new horizon. Let me get the lyrics again. St. Elmo's fire lyrics. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be your man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. You're just a damn it, I had it and I lost it. Take me where my future's lying. St. Elmo's fire. St. Elmo's fire. My family's in the other room, like, what the fuck? Subscribe. Milestone for next week. Adam sings St. Elmo's Fire front to back. Oh my god! You know what I would do if we could hit a sweet milestone? If we could get like $500 on a super chat, or, like over the course of the night, I would like pre-make a St. Elmo's Fire. I would do the whole song. I would have the editing, like maybe like superimpose my face up close, transparently, just like really ham it up and do the whole song. And then I would premiere it on the next live stream. That would be amazing. Okay, gentlemen, we have 4 minutes on the clock, and then I'm out of here. Again, super chats keep me sustained for longer, but I'm gonna just read out the regular questions. This has been a wild stream tonight. That it has. It really has. Oh my god. BAP. Best sign, reoccurring side. Best sign, reoccurring side character. Sign, of course, short for Seinfeld. If there is one example, Banya, Peterman, vegetable lasagna, Watley, vegetable lasagna. What a pull! That's from the episode where Elaine's flying back with Putty on the plane, and she's stuck between Putty and this guy that she nicknamed Vegetable Lasagna. I don't actually know why she even named him that. He must have had that on the in-flight dinner or something. Good stuff though. I would say my favorite side character on Seinfeld is, yeah, Bryan Cranston's great as Dr. Whatley. Um, I mean, Newman's not really a side character. I would consider him a main character, but he's not in like, he gets in a lot more of the later seasons. Putty's honestly a side character too until later, then they make him a main character. The Wiz is really good. Here's a fact. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats him. Oh, I love the Wiz. Oh, you know who had a great performance on that was Robert from Everybody Loves Raymond. He's in the 2-part golf club episode where he is pissed at Jerry for not putting the proper oil in his car. He's great in that. I forgot Robert's actor name, but he's really funny in that. I'm the Wiz. Who else is really good in Seinfeld's got a lot of funny reoccurring. Oh, I love the 2 gay guys. They're hilarious. Who's not wearing the AIDS ribbon? Those guys are great. They're in 2 or 3 episodes. I know they're in the AIDS walk one. They're in the Puerto Rican Day Parade episode. And they're in the Armoire Soup Nazi episode. They might be in a 4th and 5th, but I can't remember. Rebecca De Mornay is in 2 different episodes. It's funny because she's like this heavy black woman. She's not at all like the Rebecca De Mornay. I can't say her name. Rebecca De Mornay that we know as the actress. Very funny. I do love Banya too, though. There's just too many good ones. How do you say this name? Einir Murtha. Einir Murtha? How do you say that name? E-I-N-E-R pronounce. Einar? Einar? Hmm? But that's not, you have an E in there. Einir? Flavin? Flavin? Apologize for the butchering. Thank you for the $4.99. Oh, well, you're yelling at me for $4.99. Can't believe you say Friends is overrated. Ross is one of the funniest characters for me in a TV show. Ross ebbs and flows, though. Sometimes Ross is freaking hilarious when he's nerding out about his fossils and shit. And other times he's insufferable. Whenever he's doing the Rachel shtick, whenever he's just madly in love, I can't stand the guy. So he definitely, I mean, nerdy Ross is freaking hilarious for sure. I will give you that 100%. The problem is he's got a lot of love relationship stuff that ruins it. From the top rope, G-Bags for $10. Hey, Adam, what are your thoughts on One Battle After Another? Also, can you recommend any thriller or war films that are in cinemas or streaming that are must watch? Hate when you leave me a super chat and I don't know an answer for you. One Battle After Another. Did that come out this year? Oh, yeah. So that I haven't seen that yet. It's coming out. It's from, oh, dude, who's the director that did this one? It's a guy that Paul Thomas Anderson. Paul Thomas Anderson, I know there's a lot of people that love his work. I don't watch a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson movies. I didn't see Inherent Vice. I didn't see Punch Drunk Love. I haven't seen Phantom Thread. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his movies. Didn't see Licorice Pizza. I've seen Boogie Nights. That's great. I have seen There Will Be Blood. Love There Will Be Blood. Magnolia is great. But there's a lot of them I have not seen. That said, the new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio looks okay. I think it looks interesting. I like that it's a new story for sure. And I like that he's kind of this like, I like that DiCaprio's character doesn't know what the hell he's doing in the commercials. And he seems like he's kind of, he's got the sensei that he's trying to appeal to, who might not be the best guy to appeal to. It looks like it has some fun, dark comedy in it. So I'm interested to go to it for sure. Can you recommend any thriller or war films that are in cinemas or streaming that are must watch? Obviously, War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. It's on Amazon Prime. It's right at the comfort of your couch. No, for real. I don't think there's been a war movie out for a while. If there is, it would be reviewed on my channel. Let's look at. I mean, you could do this as easy as I could, but I'll go ahead and I'll put some work in. I'll put the work in for you. Let's go to the studio and see if I reviewed anything recently that's war adjacent. Uh, there really hasn't. Eddington was a Western thriller. I wouldn't say it was great, but I also didn't hate it. It was interesting. That's in theaters right now. Might be one you dig, but you asked for must watch. Fuck. The answer to that is no. There's no war movie that's a must watch right now that's new that I can think of. I'm sorry to let you down so horribly. The Food Wizard for $5. You are a golden child. We love you. So let's ruminate you and your essential movie. You get a movie where your audience isn't filled with total chodes. What the fuck? What? I don't understand any of this. Did I miss it? You are a golden child. We love you. So let's ruminate you and your essential movie. You get a movie where your audience isn't filled with touch. Oh, you're like giving me a gift of a beautiful movie experience. I appreciate it. This is a fictitious present. They asked. Okay, people are saying Warfare, but these are movies. He asked for a new movie. Warfare is not new. I suppose it's new to digital. Okay. Well, Tone Slice is correct. I thought Warfare was really good. Very strong movie. Black Hawk Down is not a new movie, but yes, that is also a nice film. 1917, a very solid movie if you like the single cam approach, like Birdman, where I think there's three pretty distinct cuts you could figure out where a camera goes behind like a pillar and then comes out and you're like, okay, that's a new shot. But it's supposed to be one seamless shot through and through. I love Dunkirk. If we're just throwing out war movies, I think Dunkirk is a brilliant film. Obviously, Saving Private Ryan is a must watch. I'm sure you've seen it. Most people have. Yeah, I don't know if I would be the one to necessarily like find a diamond in the rough or unearth some gem in the war movie department that you haven't seen before. But people are bringing up some good ones for sure. Oh yeah, Tropic Thunder, of course, based on a true story. Tropic Thunder's hilarious. Hi, do you watch non-American movies? Yeah, yes. I just put out a video that no one watched on Ninja 2, a movie I still can't pronounce. I've said it like 800 times. I've looked up the pronunciation. I still can't say it right. Neja 2. It's really damn good. It's an animated Chinese film. I watch all the Studio Ghibli stuff. I like to say Studio Ghibli, but people tell me it's Ghibli. I think Ghibli sounds better. That's all animated as well. I like the animated foreign stuff, but I also have seen, I've definitely seen a good chunk of non-American released films. I've seen some Bollywood stuff. I've seen some Tollywood stuff. I've seen like The Host is one that I really love. That The Host is great. It's a horror film, horror thriller slash some comedy in there about this giant mutated fish creature. That one's badass. Um, I can never remember how to. I can't pronounce anybody. I barely pronounce names in general, but the dude that did. Oh God, I'm gonna forget the name now. Parasite. Parasite is a fantastic movie. I believe it was either up for some Oscars. It might have won. Might have won. Not Oscar. The Golden Globe. That is the Oscar. The Academy Award. The Academy Award and the Oscar are the same. Jesus Christ. Or is it the Golden Globe and the Academy Award are the same? It's the Oscar. Academy Award is the Oscar. Which country has the best movies other than the States? Greg says South Korea. I would tend to agree, mainly because I've seen a lot of movies from South Korea and they are fucking great. Andy tells me Parasite won Best Picture at the Oscars. Thank you. Appreciate that. The Host, yes, sir. I get a clap from BAP. The Host I've seen a couple times. It's the CGI is definitely not like up to snuff, but it doesn't matter because the hero's journey that this main dude goes on is phenomenal. Save or Sav says, "Hey man, hey man." What do you think of Ready Player One? I reviewed it on the channel. I'm joking. Go watch the review. I reviewed it. I really like Ready Player One. I understand all the criticisms. I understand where people are coming for and on the negative side of things, but I had a blast watching it. I don't care if it's nostalgia porn. That's exactly what the book was. And it was great. The book is a fantastic read. I would say the book is stronger than the movie, but I'm a movie guy. I've seen Ready Player One probably 3 or 4 times. Saw it twice in theaters. I saw it with my brother Colton. I saw it again with my daughter Olivia. She was pretty young at the time. And then I've watched it at home. I watched it at home with my buddy Derek, who's never seen it. He loved it, and I saw it at least one other time with the whole family. Yeah, I've no issues with that film. I think it's a blast. It felt like old school Steven Spielberg with obviously new generation technology. And that fucking DeLorean chase, that race at the beginning, where you got the T Rex from Jurassic Park going up against King Kong at another point in the buildings getting ripped down, and the whole thing is just awesome. It's beautiful. Forget about it. Jack Mackerel 24 for $5. Are you excited for the Office follow-up show The Paper? Did you watch the trailer yet? Pretty good. You are in a different place than I am, headspace wise, because I did not think it looked very good. I did watch the trailer. I guess I don't I'm not gonna knock it until I see it. I just don't really care. I thought The Office went to shit after about 5 seasons. Season 6 has some wins here and there, but 7, 8, 9 are pretty bad across the board. I might I mean, I think I'm definitely the minority in that opinion too. Most people are forgiving of The Office and even enjoy it all the way up until the 9th season. I think it falls apart way faster than that. And I could easily make the case that The Office, the English version, the American version, I should say, was really finished after 3 seasons. The third season of The Office wrapped up pretty much every main character perfectly. Jim and Pam are going on their date. You know they're going to be together from that point. Jenna Fisher gives an amazing performance in that, like the most realistic, natural response to a person asking her out that she clearly loves. She just smiles at the camera. Her eyes water on cue. It's amazing. Jim is just happy as a clam. Michael Scott has no real character arc that's necessary because he's a bumbling idiot boss. He's just there for fun. Dwight is in the place he belongs already. He's got his girlfriend, and there's nothing more to do with his character. And Ryan, who was one of the main characters at the time for the first 3 seasons, he was the fish out of water character people were supposed to sympathize and relate to. He becomes the boss of the boss. The apprentice becomes the master. He grew from temp to running the company. That is the full arc of the character. Nothing more needs to be done for a simple show like The Office. All the other characters are just window dressing anyways. So your main characters, Jim and Pam, Michael, Dwight, and Ryan, all are where they need to be at the end of season 3. Yes, there are still plenty of great episodes that come after it, but as a show, 3 seasons was perfect for The Office. I'm going to stand by that. Okay, I caught up on super chats. So again, 5 minutes on the clock, and then I will say my goodbye unless more super chats come in. So I'll just talk to the regular chats, the regular comments coming in again. Hot take: I don't really like The Office. I don't think it's that hot of a take. Again, I think the first few seasons are freaking hilarious and some of those brilliant comedy to me. But I can totally get why it doesn't work for everyone. I couldn't put the Ready Player One book down. Yeah, don't pick up the sequel. That second book is absolutely awful. And they are finally making a movie, and I hope they change the shit out of the script. From what I understood, the second book was not well received, but the first movie made really good money, and Spielberg is interested in the sequel. And so it sounded like they were reworking the shit out of the book or the script for the next movie to not be so close to what the book was. Tom Prank says, "I guess you don't answer questions about Josh Peck, Adam. LOL. I don't know what that means. Like, you understand? I was reading super chats, and now I'm just kind of like combing the regular. What do you want to know about? I don't even know who's Josh Peck. Josh Peck, Drake and Josh. I don't know this person. He was in that shitty Red Dawn remake. He was in Oppenheimer and Captain America Civil. What? I don't. I truly just don't know this guy. Spielberg hasn't made a good movie in 15 years. What in the world, Jack? Did you see Bridge of Spies? That's a great movie. I don't think that's 15 years old. Bridge of Spies release date. Came out in 2015. Yeah, we're well within the 15-year. Steven Spielberg movies, newest to oldest. West Side Story, I heard, was incredible, but I did not see it. He directed that in 2021. I heard it was really good. Why is he under Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? He did not direct that. Ready Player One was 2018. So that's also well within the 15-year window. The BFG, I will admit, was really bad. Yeah, Bridge of Spies was great. I did not see Lincoln. And I did not see The Adventures in Tintin, which is very highly rated, and I'm pretty sure I would really enjoy it. I just have not watched it. War of the Worlds came out in 2005. Awesome movie. Catch Me If You Can is brilliant, although that's 2002, so now we're too far out. I just he hasn't made a ton of new movies. BAP for 499. Thank you. Can you make a video of what happened that guy girl actors who seemed promising but disappeared after one great role from 2000 to now? It's a very specific video request. What happened to that guy girl actor who seemed promising? Yeah, Alicia Kubert comes to mind. I know she did some movies, and I think she maybe spun out into voice acting, but she seemed to be the hotness for a while. Amanda Bynes would obviously kind of fit that mold. I think she works at like Walmart or something now. She just like completely fell out of pocket. Lindsay Lohan was trending that way, but she had a new resurgence. Lohan's back, baby. Yeah, there's a good chunk of kind of a lot of the younger teen heartthrobs and stuff. Oh, who was the dude from Home Improvement that everybody loved? Oh God, that kid. He was like huge for so long in the 90s. I saw you added new movies on Letterboxd, but you didn't rate them. I don't like rating movies because I then look back and go, why the fuck did I rate this that? This movie's better than I said, or it's worse than ratings are so concrete, and I like being more abstract with my reviews. Yeah, I like being more usually if there's a rating on there, it's because I made a list or something and it was for a video, best and worst. So it was easiest to just give it stars so I could know where to put it in the order of the list. But I do not like rating. I don't like giving grades, numbers, letters, icons. I just would rather say my piece and then people cannot hold it to me later. You gave this movie a 10 out of 10, but then you gave this movie in a completely different genre a 7 out of 10, and so you're completely discredited. Jonathan Taylor Thomas is correct. BAP. Thank you. I saw Zachary Taylor Thomas and I thought that doesn't sound right. It's Jonathan. Dweezil confirms Jonathan Taylor Thomas. JTT is what he was known at by the teenage girls out there. What is your letterboxd? It's Adam Does Movies. It's Adam Does Movies. This is the stream that never ends. Well, people were giving super chats. I made a deal that if people super chatted, I would give them 5 more minutes. We kept getting super chats. This one came in at 10:43. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. We are 6 minutes, so we technically can end. So you know what? You're right, Amish man. You just killed the stream. Congratulations. Okay, I'm leaving it there. I did what I set out to do. And I'm happy about it. So thank you guys for the live stream. Oh, Lindsay, my wife, shot out of a cannon, just texted and said Death of a Unicorn was awesome. So it looks like I totally redeemed myself after she was so pissed off about my recommendation of The Substance and non-recommendation of The Monkey that apparently meant go watch it, that I have redeemed myself a little bit. We've come full circle, which is the perfect time to end the stream. Thank you guys very much. I hope you have a great rest of the week and videos to look out for. I have no idea because I don't know when I'm going to get to the next movie because my my schedule is such a disaster right now. But I'll do my best. I'll do my damnedest to get something out. I just don't have anything to let you know about right now. Thank you guys very much, and hopefully I see you real soon on the Friday night stream. That's going to be at 7 o'clock. We got one more super chat. Trenton movie didn't capture the magic of the comic. I think he meant, oh, it's Tintin. I can't see without my glasses. Trenton can't handle the. Oh, right when I was going to close it down, he came back for another 5 minutes super chat. You guys are free to leave. I'm still here for 5 more minutes. I'm still standing. And now I'm going to change it all. I'm going to now say that it has to be at least a $10 super chat. That'll close things down really quick. $10 super chat. Otherwise, we shut it down in the next 5 minutes. So that's 10:50. So at 10:55, because I'm a man of my turd. Bubba says goodnight. All that doesn't count. That's fine, Bubba. I got it from here. If any riffraff come in, I'll kick them out. I'm a man of his word. Yes, I am a man of my word. We were over 5 minutes, but it happened. So Adam is deadly. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. See all the people here. So you can give a penny. I was going to state, or even less than a penny. No, I said it's got to be $10 now. $10 super chat. So ask away because I'm here for a few more seconds. Dude, your song parodies are sweet. I think you meant sweat sweet justice. You know, I like to incorporate some poor singing into my reviews and stuff, but some people get really perturbed when I do it too often. So I try to find a balance. It's just really hard to make everyone happy. I did not know you came on live on Wednesday. I didn't. It was Tuesday Night Lives. It is moved to Wednesday moving forward because my son Connor has soccer practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right at the sweet spot from 7 to 8:30 just to screw me over. So Wednesday nights are when I'm going live now. And just to reiterate, I will be live Friday this week as well at 7. It's a special live stream because I'm going to have a couple guests on and we're going to talk about Superman movies. That'll be a good time. Yep, we're blaming Connor on this. This is all Connor. Adam, do you like sushi? Is there good sushi in Minnesota? I've only had sushi once. I did not care for it, but I also had it in Minnesota, so that could have been the problem. I do like seafood though. I like oysters. Those are fun. I miss oysters. I miss getting seafood in South Carolina. What is your favorite strong female delivery? For me, it was in your Roast of Jaws 4, and quite frankly, it's about time. I don't remember any of them, but I'm glad you have a favorite. I felt like they're mostly the same. I used to do them. It came from a show called The Cringe. If you know The Cringe, you know The Cringe. It was an older show I did at this point. It's been a couple of years. Where I played a character named Khaleesi Grimes 82, and he always did the strong female leads, and it was very, very passionate. But that was probably the Khaleesi Grimes 82 strong female leads were always my favorite. Has anyone told you give off a Dave Cook vibes? Not an insult. I don't know Dave Cook. I know Dane Cook. Who's Dave Cook? David Cook is a singer, American rock singer. I don't know this person. I don't know. But I will take it as a compliment since you said it's not an insult. I appreciate it. Oh, you fixed it. Dane cooked. If I could just read a little bit further. I can see a little bit of the Dane. I liked Dane Cook back in the day. It's been a long time since I've heard him, but he had a good energy about him. So I take that as a compliment. His movie sucked for the most part. Anything he was in was bad, but Waiting was all right. He wasn't a main character though. I actually just mentioned Dane Cook to my daughter the other day, not him, but a joke that he said. I said there's a comedian because we saw a guy wearing a Superman shirt, and I always thought it was funny when he did the bit where he would go, every time I see a guy wearing a Superman shirt, I just want to walk up to him and shoot him in the chest. And when he falls on the floor and bleeds out, I can look at him and go, I guess not. That's funny. I think that's funny. He says it funny. Now I have that song in my head. I'm still standing. Na, 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 na. When were we done with this? This came in at 10:50. It's 10:55. It's been 5 minutes. So we are done. Yeah, Dane Cook sucks. He had some good bits. Okay, now for real. Wipe out. Well, we can play this game. The price just went up to $20. Price just went up to $20 for another 5 minutes. So here's the super chat. The clock starts at 10:56. Jack Mackerel 24 for 10. Powerful super chat. I can't even talk. This is how late it's getting. 5 more minutes. Boom. Highly recommend the Darren and Josh Make a Movie podcast YouTube show. Amazing so far. Think you dig. It's from the director of Saw 2 through 4 and writer of Saw X, Spiral, and Piranha 3D. Holy shit. Darren and Josh Make a Movie. Cool. I've never heard of it. Apparently, I've never heard of a lot of things in this world. Appreciate the super chat. Adam, you're cheap. Well, it'll probably be on my tombstone someday. Here lies Adam. He was cheap. Next super chat, $100. Well, I will get there. I'm just slowly inching my way up to it. Roger, we need you. Roger's like, I gave 200. That should have covered the first 2 hours by itself. I'll buy that for $1. Is it I'll buy that for $1 or I'd buy that for $1 from RoboCop? Yeah, it's I'd buy that for $1. Come on. Come on. Why did I stay? Because Adam is so captivating and interesting. That's right. Some might say that this is just me under a different account, but it's not. I can assure you, that's my buddy Andy. Miss you, sir. And I'm debating on taking a melatonin. You're right about The Matrix 4. It was bad, trash, terrible, not smart, and garbage image. If The Matrix 4 was good movie, it came out in 2017 or 2021. It could have been better. That was a lot. And I understand the passion. So I will forgive some of the egregious errors. We're in a simulation. We very well could be. That's possible. It's possible. Have we hit the mark? It's 10:55. We have 1 more minute. $20 super chat or we shut her down. I went for 2 hours and 21 minutes standing. I'm still standing. I never went a 10 and 10. I wish I knew more lyrics to these fucking songs. What size pants do you wear? I think I'm a 34, 36. Well, that's what Lindsay gets me, but I'm pretty sure I'm a 36, 36. I think the waist and the legs have caught up. Only 10 p.m. here, but it's close to my bedtime because I am old as fuck. Yeah, no, I hear you. I understand. I'm old at heart. I'm now an old man who goes to bed, and I like to watch my Everybody Loves Raymond reruns, and I laugh louder at the jokes that I already know. That Robert is such a card. And my wife rolls her eyes. Yeah. Okay, guys, we did it. Ladies and germs, 11 o'clock. We can celebrate. Where are the balloons? Yes, dear.
We just got done with Death of the
Yes.
That was awesome. The
Okay.
monkey sucked.
Do you want to come in here and say that, Connor? Okay, my son has a review for Death of a Unicorn. Look how tall. Look how tall he's getting. Here.
It was awesome. The only thing is the ending kind of ruined it. Not huge on the ending. And the monkey was both.
So the endings were a little weak in both. That's a problem with a lot of movies now. They don't know how to end well.
And the monkey second half just horrible.
It's odd. It's odd talking to you right now at 11 o'clock at night. I felt like you had a bedtime a little earlier. No, that's not on the cards anymore. All right. Well, thanks for the review, buddy. Good night. I'll be up in a second. All right, there you have it. Death of a Unicorn review. He thought it was pretty good until the ending. The monkey's trash, but I have been redeemed. So there you go. A little bonus review at the end of the night. Nice way to round things out. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you on Friday for that live stream. Take care.